Hey, I'm online. Shh. Hey, hugs and high fives, beautiful people. Just want to say hello. I'm coming today with some sad news. I like to speak on everything that's happening in the Christian world and what's going on. This is a man that I learned a lot from, and a man that truly had an impact on my faith and how to answer questions and like how to combat when you're approached with difficult questions. And so anyway, let's look at this article. Ravi Zacharias hid hundreds of pictures of women abused during massages and a rape allegation. Oh, it's so sad because he was a big pioneer, and he was a representation to the world of Christianity. And there's an important lesson in this, and I'll get to it in a minute, but let's go through this. A 4-month investigation found the late Ravi Zacharias leveraged his reputation as a world-famous Christian apologist to abuse... I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna start again. A 4-month investigation found the late Ravi Zacharias leveraged his reputation as a world-famous Christian apologist to abuse massage therapists in the United States and abroad over more than a decade, while the ministry led by his family members and loyal allies failed to hold him accountable. He used his need for massage and frequent overseas travels to hide his abusive behavior, luring victims by building trust through spiritual conversations and offering funds straight from the ministry. Oh my. A 12-page report released Thursday by Ravi Zacharias International Ministries confirms abuse by Zacharias at day spas he owned in Atlanta and uncovers 5 additional victims in the U.S., as well as evidence of sexual abuse in Thailand, India, and Malaysia. Even a limited review of Zacharias' old devices revealed contacts for more than 200 massage therapists in the U.S. and Asia, and hundreds of images of young women, including some that showed the women naked. Zacharias solicited and received photos until a few months before his death in May 2020 at age 74. Zacharias used tens of thousands of dollars of ministry funds, dedicated to a humanitarian effort to pay for massage therapists, providing them housing, schooling, and monthly support for extended periods of time, according to investigators. One woman told the investigators that after he arranged for the ministry to provide her with financial support, he required sex from her. She called it rape. She said Zacharias made her pray with him to thank God for the opportunity they both received, and as with other victims, called her his reward for living a life of service to God. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. The report says Zacharias warned the woman, a fellow believer, if she ever spoke out against him, she would be responsible for millions of souls lost. Oh, it's so hard to read. When his reputation was damaged. The findings, alongside details revealed over months of internal reckoning at RZIM, challenge the picture many have had of Zacharias. When he died in May, he was praised for his faithful witness, his commitment to the truth, and his personal integrity. Now it's clear that offstage, the man long admired by Christians around the world abused numerous women and manipulated those around him to turn a blind eye. Miller and Martin attorneys Lindsay Barron and William Eisenstein, we'll go with that, hired by RZIM to investigate, interviewed 50 witnesses, and examine phones Zacharias used from 2014 to 2018. In the end, the lawyer said, "We are confident that we uncovered sufficient evidence to conclude that Mr. Zacharias engaged in sexual misconduct." Let's continue on. Ravi engaged in a series of extensive measures to conceal his behavior from his family, colleagues, and friends. However, we also recognize that in situations of prolonged abuse, there often exists sexual, structural, policy, and cultural problems. We were trusted by our staff, our donors, and the public to mentor, oversee, and ensure the accountability of Ravi, and in this we have failed. RZIM hired Miller & Miller after a September 2020 Christian Today report on allegations of abuse by 3 women who worked at Zacharias' spa. Initially, the ministry leadership stated it did not believe the women. Today, that has changed. We believe not only the women who made their allegations public, but also additional women who had not previously made public allegations against Ravi, but whose identities and stories were uncovered during the investigation. Excuse me, sorry. In a span of 8 months, RZIM has gone from having to reimagine the work of its global ministry following the death of a renowned namesake to having to restructure it entirely as Christians inside and outside the organization lost trust in a longtime leader. And that's just it. I'm going to stop there and just talk. That is just it. It's sad that we are living in a day and age that we do put a lot of faith and trust, and that's why if you're a leader, you need to live up to the standard. When we are delivering the gospel, when we are men of God that stand before men, that comes with a purpose, and it comes with a heavy weight of you need to live what you talk and what you preach. You need to be what you say you are. Do not be a hypocrite. But in the same sense, when we see leaders fall and do have moments of weakness, we must, the Bible tells us, we must restore them. We must love them. We must honor them. No, they're not fit to hold office in the official body of the church, but we're all sinners, and we all have wicked hearts, but by the grace of God, that hasn't happened to us. We are all capable of doing what Ravi did. We are all capable of it. We all have that in our heart. It's sin. It's wickedness. We all can do it. I've been there, and I know about the power that when you have people around you, and if you have power and prestige, that it's easy to let yourself get involved in such matters. But the fact of the matter is you got to guard your heart. You have to stay vigilant. You have to remember with every breath, we are representations of our King, Jesus Christ. We represent Christ. We need to live our faith and be true to the Word. We need to live it out and be real. It's so sad. But like we see constantly, we see this happening. Men that are built up and that we put a lot of we love. But that just shows us men will fail you every time. Put your faith, hope, and trust in Jesus Christ, because He won't fail you. He's the one that you should lift up, the one that does deserve to be on a pedestal, the one that does deserve to be on the throne. That's Jesus. Men is men. We are flesh. We will fail, and we do often. I do. But by God's grace and mercy, I strive to be better. I want to be better. I hope you do have the same thoughts, and I hope you realize that we represent our King. And it's sad. It breaks my heart to know that Ravi did these things under the authority of my King, and it really hurts me on a lot of levels, because I learned from him. He taught me a lot of stuff, and also we were brothers in the faith. But it's just so sad. It's just so sad. We need to pray for his family. We need to pray for his ministry. This is a great opportunity for God to expose some things, to show the true meaning of forgiveness and reconciliation and all that. I'm heartbroken, guys. I'm heartbroken. So sad by it all. Alright. That'll be it. Love you guys. Hugs and high fives, beautiful people. I'll be back on live later.